Todd McFarlane is back with some new reveals, new releases. We're going to catch up a little bit, and then we're going to talk more of the more recent stuff. So stay tuned for McFarlane Reveals. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co-host, Jordan, and today we are talking McFarlane. A little bit of DC Multiverse, very little bit of Spawn, but these I think are pretty cool reveals. Before we get into that, though, I want to give a shout out to one of our listeners sent me a couple of Mindless One pieces. So the head and the left leg that came with Luke Cage. It's from Nick Martinez. So shout out to you because I didn't really want to get either one of those very bad. So now I don't have to track them down. He tracked me down and said, hey, I don't need the Mindless One. You want these parts? And they showed up. So a few parts to go. And then I will have a Mindless One Build-A-Figure. So
if anybody wants to send me anything.
That's what I was thinking. I was
kind note.
Send you a kind note. All right, so back to our previously scheduled broadcast. We will talk McFarlane. So we'll start out. Jordan, maybe I'll let you take the lead on the Build-A-Figure wave.
Okay. Are we talking the Batman?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so I'm very excited about this wave, Dakota. I actually have the whole wave ordered. So that's how excited I am. I feel like we had talked about this a little bit before in our speculation, I think. But it is none other than a Batman and Robin movie wave, which I loved this movie as a kid. Mm-hmm. I realize it's incredibly cheesy.
Yeah.
And most people regard it as like the worst Batman movie ever.
Nah.
I don't know. I think most people say it's the worst. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I guess
what Batman movie do you think people would say is worse?
I don't know if it's sure, maybe it's the worst, but I feel like the cheesiness is part of the character. Like all of those older movies, yeah, they're weird and old, but it's because they're weird and old. That's just what they are. Appreciate what it is.
All right, yeah, and I think the older I've gotten, the more I realize it was made in the style of the '60s, really campy, cheesy Batman. But sure. Either way, as a kid, I wasn't processing all that. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked because we are getting as the wave, the Build-A-Wave figure is the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, which I have been hoping for a little while. So yeah. I think that's awesome. So that's cool. I think the figures themselves look pretty good. We've, of course, we've got the George Clooney Batman, who we've seen in the 6-pack. This one has a molded cape, not the cloth cape. So there's that. You get the Chris O'Donnell Robin. Same thing with the cape. And then you've got Batgirl and Poison Ivy. I think what's really cool about the Batman and Robin, though, is they come with those freeze effects. And did you notice that? It's because, remember in the movie, he'll, freeze their arms or, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of a cool accessory that you get with those. As I said, yes, I have this whole wave ordered, which I normally don't do with
I'm McFarlane. Surprised.
I know that we have our pact where you're supposed to come smack me if I get McFarlane. Although I did get it on Target, which I think there was a discount. They had one of those already a discount.
Yeah.
Well, it was already less than what it was supposed to be somehow, and then yes, the buy one, whatever, spend X amount. So it really wasn't too bad. I think for everything it was around $80.
Oh wow!
Which I think is pretty fair for 4 figures and a Build-A-Figure.
That's $5 off each. So
yeah, so. I'm excited for it. I don't remember exactly when it said it's shipping. I thought it was in December sometime, though.
Oh, that's pretty quick. I mean, his stuff is pretty quickly. I mean, we talk about the leaks, and then as soon as it's revealed, it's coming pretty shortly. So that makes sense.
You know what I know? There's going to have to be some kind of Mr. Freeze Christmas display behind me, hopefully, in a month. Well, who knows? A couple weeks.
Get it up quick.
So, That's right. So I'm excited for it. I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me hope that I would love to see a Batman Forever wave.
Yeah.
Um, get like a Jim Carrey Riddler,
Yes.
Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face. I think that'd be kind of fun. And then, of course, Batman and Robin. From that, we'll see.
So have
So
you opened your 6-pack yet? Got them out?
I still have them, and I was debating what to do. With Target, they have that long window where it was like I could return them through like January or something.
Oh,
So I've
wow.
still been deliberating because I think part of it was like we knew the Clooney
Right.
Batman and Robin wave was probably coming, and I've already got the Pattinson Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Keaton Batman with my Batmobile. I feel like we'll see a Val Kilmer, but you know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
I think at that point, I was like, do I open this? I've kind of just been hanging on to it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that one I feel
more
like
than
is cool to display because, I mean, like, sealed is like, it's just like sealed with Velcro. You can
yes,
open it up and shut it, and it's the same thing, just like not taken out of
Yeah.
the package. That one I think it's a cool display piece sealed. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. But yes, very excited about this. So
Yeah. I'm surprised you got it all pre. I mean, it's probably a good idea because I know a lot of people were having trouble finishing their Cyborg with that Flash was kind of hard to find, which it doesn't seem like he's too hard to find now. Because, yeah, I think those are out. Maybe the Wonder Woman is, but it could also just be early where she's just not everywhere yet. But yeah, interesting. I don't think I'm going for any of those. But I'm happy you are, Jordan. That Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger,
I mean-
I hope is a very cool Build-A-Figure. I'm excited to see it.
I don't know if I've ever assembled a McFarlane build figure.
I don't know if because you've had the Merciless Build-A-Figure, but that wasn't like you
I
tracking
didn't
it down.
like put it together though, like
Right.
basic, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully it lives up to my expectations.
I hope so. I think it's going to be a fun wave to display. And it's nice that like, there's really nothing else you need from that movie, right? Like, that's pretty much everybody.
Some people have talked about, wanting a Bane.
True.
But again, I don't know how that would work. I mean, unless it was the build.
Yeah.
What?
If you were going to skip one, I think Bane is the one to skip.
Yeah, just because he's like obviously not even a big part of the movie, and then how would you do it? I don't think it definitely couldn't be a mega figure.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't just be a solo. Who knows?
Right. I do like that look for Robin. That's probably my favorite. Out of all the movies, I like that Robin look the most.
Yeah. I think it still holds up as a design pretty well.
Yeah. No, I agree for sure. Then we get into some kind of more colorful of the DC multiverse. Starting out with the one I'm most interested in. Not sure if I'll get him or not, but we've got a Captain Carrot, and that's the DC collector version. So it's comes with the card stand, alternate hands. It's kind of weird. He's got trigger fingers, which I don't know if I don't know the Captain Carrot comics too well. Do you?
I mean, I briefly read about him. I think it was one of those like 1970s kind of quirky, Superman goes through a portal and gets transported to a world where all the DC heroes are animals kind of stuff.
Okay. See, I could see from the McFarlane weapons pack, those more like ray gun type things. That seems more what he would use with trigger fingers, maybe. I don't really see him with a shotgun. I'm hunting rabbits.
It's human season now.
So yeah, that's where I feel like it'd be more that like cartoonish alien gun. But who knows? Maybe leave me a comment down below. Is he running around town with an Uzi?
Blowing people away.
Give him the rocket launcher. But then you're also going to get your Green Lantern Batman. So I think he's got pretty cool effects. I like his, like, ports onto his hands much more, like, seems much more powered up than what we've seen with, I think, other Green Lanterns. So I'm curious to see what those will be used for. Maybe, are those, like, similar to the Atomic Skull? I don't think so. They look like they could work for that kind of power set. But anyway, it looks kind of cool. It looks pretty similar to the Yellow Lantern Batman as well. I haven't seen like a side by side to see if it's just a straight repaint of that, but it's kind of that, I don't know, kind of thicker looking Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a similar. No, it's not the same head as the Spawn 2-pack one, but even more screaming Batman, even more so than the Spawn 2-pack. And then the last out of that 3 of the DC Collector series, you're going to get a Superman and Crypto. So a Crypto is a little bit more like just a statue with a cloth cape.
Mm-hmm.
So don't think you're going to get a posable dog with that. I think it's a cloth cape on Crypto, but yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of mullet Superman. I think that's kind of fun, but I saw people saying this. They thought maybe they'd reuse at least some of the Dark Knight Returns body where Superman's just like jacked beyond belief. Like he looks, to me, that's a little, unless it's stylized that way, like in that comic, it looks a little much.
Right.
But I think it's kind of fun. You get a Crypto in there.
Mm-hmm. So with Crypto coming in there, you get a little less of the other accessories. So he's only got fisted hands and open hands. You've seen these online yet, Jordan, for sale?
I think so.
Okay. Am I crazy, or are these $50?
I didn't think they were $50.
I'm seeing them on Amazon right now, and I'm seeing 51 for Superman. Let me look on the McFarlane store. Breathe easy, folks. It's not $50 because I was gonna say that is not worth $50. $30 though. That's a little more reasonable. Then next up on the reveals was a King Spawn. So we haven't gotten this look in the comics yet, I don't think. I think it's kind of building to this because it's like getting closer in this war to who's going to sit on Hell's throne, and Spawn is saying it's going to be him. So he's got more of the kind of crowned demon-looking head. He's got the feather wings, but the crazy part about this one is it comes with like half of a weapons pack. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weapons, like 7 different like shotgun, machine guns, Tommy guns, grenade launchers. And then you're also getting 3 little demons to go with it too, which, I don't know, that just seems like so much stuff compared to what's in like a normal Spawn pack. I think this one was $50. No, I'm probably wrong about that too. But I mean, you're not probably super interested in this one, are you, Jordan?
No. I'm more interested in where you're shopping.
Where I'm shopping? Yeah, I think they must just like stuff sells out and then people re-put it up. But yeah, this one.
No, I'm okay, but I do agree. It seems like he comes with.
And the munitions pack that we have is sold out, I think. So, and those are what I would consider that's like the best munitions pack that he's put out. Like there's not any of the goofy looking guns or like the cartoony type stuff. So that kind of makes it, I think, a little bit more worth it if you didn't get that. Yeah, I was right. This is $50.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the McFarlane store. So for $50, I don't know about that one, Todd.
I take back what I said.
It's cool.
You're reaching, buddy.
Those wings have been reused a few times, so it's not like I'm super blown away by that. The little demon things are articulated, so I'll say that is a good touch. Like they're not like crazy or anything, but looks like, depending on the demon, like the arms and legs move. And then the half a weapons pack. The weapons packs are like $15. So if you're saying like a $20 figure plus 15, I would assume, because I would say those little demons
that
plus
should be like 40.
Yeah. Which, Spawn stuff really kind of sits on the shelves, so I'm going to
Might
wait
not
on
have
it.
to wait long, folks.
Yeah, I'm going to wait on it. Somebody at the convention came up and was like, oh, did you see the new Spawn? Like, I ordered it right away. I think that's totally fair. Like I said, those weapons are some of the best weapon. I mean, they're 7-inch scale, so that's a little unfortunate. You can't cross over with the Marvel Legends super well. Like I've got my Hydra guy holding the McFarlane bazooka, so it does work, but not perfect. You want to do the last two DC Multiverse reveals, Jordan?
Yes. We got a Animal Man, which weren't we talking about that as a leak?
Yep, he was one of the leaks. Ago? Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't really see that. Were there more images of like what he comes with exactly, or was that just him as is? I thought it was a promo shot.
Yeah, just like a promo.
That, like, talon owl looking hand thing, which
right.
I would hope you could change his hands.
Yeah, I would assume so.
But yeah, so I guess we haven't seen a ton of detail on what all he comes with, or if he's just kind of a one-off.
Yeah, the pre-order for him is going to be November 21st, so there's still time to see. It's just kind of like a show. It's a Target exclusive. It's a gold label, so
yeah. So I bet you there'll be a regular one then that has like his brown jacket on. I'm sure on the back.
Yeah, that's a good point. I bet that would make sense. I'm kind of zooming in here. I don't think his hand is going to be swappable. I think it's just going to be a Talon hand. I can't tell for sure the way it's posed. Like maybe it's just the hand port. It probably is just a hand port. I can't tell. It looks like it almost goes up the wrist, but maybe not.
It's just the genius of the sculpting, dude.
Yeah. And it's kind of like how we were talking with the Marvel Legends, where they've been posing them a little bit better, where it's harder to see if they're pinless or not. That's kind of the way this hand is posed, of like, does this go up the forearm or is it just the hand? So,
yeah.
All right, carry on.
So, and then we've also got a Red Tornado.
Yes.
I know you said you were pretty excited about this one.
I do like the look of him. So, I don't know a lot about Red Tornado, but I just think the colors look cool. I think the power set's kind of cool, which is actually kind of weird because it's like one of my fears is the wind. Like the wind scares me for some reason.
Maybe Red Tornado gives you a way to master that because there's someone who can control it.
Maybe. Yeah, I saw Twister as a kid, and that's the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life.
All they needed was Red Tornado to show up there.
So
yeah,
I don't know if I'll.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
That's hearing the wind like blow outside kind of freaks me out sometimes. I have to talk to my therapist about that. Again, a Target exclusive, gold label. So, and it comes with like a cool tornado-y stand base. And so I would assume that these aren't collector editions. These are going to be like $20. Maybe they've gone up a little bit, 21, 22, something like that.
Still though.
Probably going to go on clearance if you wait a little bit. You were talking last time that you kind of liked the Animal Man comics and him as a character.
Yeah, I have one Grant Morrison's run. So I think he's fun. I would be curious, like I just said, because this is a gold label, usually, right? If we get the gold label first, then we get the regular one that looks different, which I would think might look more like that run, where I'm pretty sure he's got like a brown, like bomber type jacket thing going on. So,
and that's more the look you would prefer?
I think so, but we'll see. I mean, like you said, usually I'm going to wait a little bit on my McFarlane. So, but I would be interested in that. I think he'd be kind of a fun one to have.
Okay, cool.
If I can find a deal on him.
So yeah, you've got the pre-order for the Batman wave already. You're probably not getting any of the 3 collector edition ones, right?
No, again, Captain Carrot is one that I think would be kind of fun and random to have, but I'm not gonna.
Not going full blown retail on that one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, understandable. I agree with that. And then maybe an Animal Man for you. For me, I'm similar with Captain Carrot. I don't need him, but a goofy character like that, am I going to really pass it up?
He just seems right up your alley, dude. I
does.
saw him and I instantly was like, I think Dakota would love this guy.
I would. I mean, if I had more, I feel like I've just got to like stop all McFarlane because of how crazy I'm going with Legions, it's something's got to give, and it's McFarlane. So Captain Carrot would be the one I'm most tempted by here, but not at full retail, because I really don't like the collector edition price skew. I think it's not worth it for what you're getting. Like that stand. I agree. Like you had a cool like display with your Superman next to the stand. I think you did that maybe. But yeah, that's cool. But I don't need that for every single character. Like it's just one stand, and I don't know. To me, the stand is not worth the extra money. So
I get it.
They've got a few extra hands, but you can put those hands in with a regular packed figure too. So might boycott the collector editions unless something comes along. But what's really going to come along that's better than Captain Carrot? Honestly, like I don't think there is anything. So
it looked pretty detailed.
It does. It's
pretty
like,
impressive sculpt, I gotta say.
all the way.
What's he gonna do with that again? You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's anybody else he can use that for.
One and done. I mean, that head sculpt is a one and done. There's no way that's coming on anything else unless he starts doing Bugs Bunny characters. But
I was thinking that too.
Get
Daffy
that flaming
Duck,
Daffy Duck. Yeah. All right.
Man.
Well, I think I'm going to try to fully pass on everything unless I can find some crazy discounts. But even at that, I don't have a lot of space, Dakota. Show some restraint. I probably won't show any restraint for Captain Carrot if I see him on sale. But Red Tornado, I think I can pass on. I'll enjoy him from a distance. I think it looks great, but probably not.
You might look at him and just start having a freak out.
That's kind of how it worked with, I saw Blue Beetle in store, and I was like, because I liked the Blue Beetle and Booster Gold 2-pack, but not really those, because I knew if they were in a 2-pack, he was going to put them out singles. So it's like, I'll just wait for the single. I bought it full price, the single-packed booster, or the single-packed Blue Beetle. Open him up, and I was like, why did I do this? I'm never going to display him.
What are you doing, D'Angelo?
All right.
I earned this.
No, I can't do this. He just eats the whole cake, but not really.
Getting out of control here.
Yeah, that's true.
Time to wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Let us know what you're going to be ordering. If you're ordering any of these, give me some backstory on Captain Carrot. Don't make me go read the story. Just give me a quick, 3-sentence, here's Captain Carrot. You don't need him, Dakota. You definitely need him, Dakota. Tell me which way it is. I'll listen to you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Get yourself a Strong Collectors t-shirt. And until next time, stay strong. McFarlane's site is so slow.
Yeah, man, I hate that website. It's so janky. I don't know who he has working on that, but it's a fire him. ASAP.
Got the.
It's just so clunky too, isn't it?
It's
is, hard to use. It's weird.